Today we go a little southern, the restaurant that's bringing New Orleans flavor to Colorado. Oh, the things engineers do and the places they go, how a local concert will help you do even more. Breathe in. Everybody, are you doing it? Breathe out. Today's inventory offers tips on how to manage anxiety. We all need that. Colorado & Company starts right now.
Portions of Colorado & Company contain paid content.
Good friends, gonna get you through the day. Good friends.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Colorado & Company. Today, you all know how much I love dogs, and this is the perfect day to pepper you with a little love from Pepper's Senior Dog Sanctuary, and of course, also with 80s pop icon Pat Benatar. So with me is Justin Clemmer, Executive Director at Pepper's Sanctuary, the Senior Dog Sanctuary, an amazing organization that actually let me walk their runway with my two dogs during their previous gala. It was amazing. So who do we have here with the tongue out that I want to kiss and kiss and kiss?
Oh, this is little Miss Mabel. She's one of our very old dogs down at the sanctuary. She's very perfect.
Do we know how old?
Our guess is 15, 16, maybe up to 18. It's hard to tell, but she's just very old.
And the tongue is out, the teeth are gone, so the tongue is out.
Yeah.
I'm in heaven. So for viewers who may not be familiar with Pepper's Senior Dog Sanctuary, tell us about your mission and why providing lifelong care for senior dogs is so important for you guys.
So our mission is to take in older, unadoptable, and medically complicated dogs from shelters and rescues that wouldn't have a chance at adoption, and so they come down to the sanctuary to live the rest of their lives.
Look at that sanctuary. I've been there. It's fantastic. And they can just live forever there.
They live forever. On site, they have veterinary care, and then we work with a lot of different other community organizations so people could come spend time with the dogs and have a good time.
You guys are angels, because it's hard to adopt out a senior dog. It really is.
Very hard, yeah.
I work at a shelter or volunteer, and you always see them not picked. What kind of things you said you provide? You have veterinarian work. Tell us more about how do you give them the best quality of life?
So once they get to the sanctuary, they get the best care with our staff and our volunteers. We have a veterinary clinic on site. We do physical therapy. There's acupuncture, water treadmill therapy.
Sure, hydrotherapy.
Yeah, and then just a lot of love. We have a lot of volunteers and an amazing team that really pampers the dogs.
Of course they do. They deserve it.
Yeah.
My Josie Rose, my soul dog, was a tripod, and we did the acupuncture and the hydrotherapy, and it was amazing. It was amazing.
It's fun.
And it really helps. It really
helps
does.
a lot.
Yeah, it does. The Pepper 'em with Love Gala has become one of Denver's most anticipated charitable events. What can guests expect this year, and what makes the 2026 gala so special?
Well, they could expect to have a really great time. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're hoping to raise a lot of money.
Amen.
We'll have a really great program followed by a really amazing concert with Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo.
I can't believe you guys got Pat
Yeah.
Benatar. Okay, so hit me with your best shot. That was funny. Okay, we can laugh. How did you get Pat Benatar? Is she a dog lover?
I think so.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. We just asked and made it happen, and they're coming out.
Unreal. I mean, she's not me walking the runway, but she is important, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, people do know her.
Yeah.
Every ticket now purchased for the gala makes a difference, and I wanted to know how the funds impact directly the sanctuary.
Gotcha. The funds go directly to the dogs. So it goes to their veterinary care, all of their specialty diets. Every dog here is on a prescription medication or prescription medications and prescription diets. And then it goes to support our community groups too, where we bring in different schools for kids with autism, different senior centers, different hospitals for them to all come and spend time with the dogs.
Unbelievable.
It goes to that too.
Josie Rose actually worked at Cedar-Sinai Hospital, limping around, and people loved it. It's such a special thing to give back that way.
Yeah.
Mabel stays at your house, is that right?
Yeah, she stays at my house, but she makes very frequent trips to the sanctuary.
She does.
Sure, yeah.
And you said off camera, you had how many other dogs?
I have 6 dogs in my house, yeah.
And they are 4 of them seniors?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Good for you.
It's
Unbelievable. All right, let's say someone's never attended the gala before. Why is this the year not to miss it? And tell me how you can purchase tickets.
So you could purchase tickets by going to our website, psds.org, and there's an events tab. If you click on that, you can purchase tickets. And you should come this year because it just keeps getting better and better each year. It's a fundraising gala, but it's also just a really fun concert. There'll be lots of dancing, lots of drinks. It's just a really good time.
I had a good time last time. I really did. Auction items, you can also do that. Is it silent auction? Talk to me about that.
There'll be a very large silent auction that takes place at the beginning of the night, and then some live auction items during the gala for sure.
Amazing. Any items we can talk about? Do we know any?
There's some pretty great stuff. I believe there's a trip to Tuscany.
I was going to say, is there a trip?
Yeah, there's a trip to Tuscany. Some really fun sports packages. It'll be a great time.
Yeah, you guys are great. What a great organization. Let me ask you something. What do you hope people take away? They go to it, they dance, they talk to Pat Benatar. When they're walking out, what do you hope they're taking away from the gala and from your organization?
I want them to take away that it's like senior dogs definitely need love, but at the same time, so do the people. And the connection that the dogs make with the people is really special. And Peppers is a really great place to have dogs that might not have that connection and people that might not have that connection. And they get to come together at Peppers and have a great time and share lots of love.
I kind of forgot about the people, which I bet are often overlooked, but they need to have a good time and bond and let loose as well. Because they deal with a lot of, I'm sure many of them pass and they have to deal with that. Unbelievable. Well, I want to go, just P.S. Pepper's Senior Dog Sanctuary is here for all the good days, the bad days, oh my God, and the last days for so many of our furry friends. I want you to show your support and attend the Pepper 'em with Love Gala on August 19th, featuring 80s rockers Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo. Get tickets, as he said, at psds.org/gala. May I say goodbye to Mabel?
Absolutely.
Goodbye, Mabel. You're a little one. Oh, I love you. I want the tongue. All right, speaking of how having pets are good for the soul, plants also do a lot for our well-being. Next, we have author and self-proclaimed, ready for this, a green witch. She has tips on making our lives more plant-forward. That's coming up. Welcome back. It's one of the most talked about sci-fi thrillers on TV, Silo. I'm sure some of you have heard about this. It is back with season 3, and fans are really getting closer to the truth. Let's hope. Earlier, Kelly spoke with star and executive producer Rebecca Ferguson, along with creator and showrunner Graham Yost. Take a look.
She's had no memories for 3 months, other than those you've given her.
There's a new world coming,
I look at myself in the mirror, and I don't even know who's looking back at me.
and it's just around the bend.
She doesn't remember anything except what they tell her.
This one's coming to an
Rebecca, for someone who hasn't watched this show yet, thinking about thousands of people living underground is actually pretty terrifying. Why do you think people are so hooked on Silo?
I guess it's really well put together. It's a mystery. It's a good show. I mean, some people are hooked, some people aren't hooked. You know, and it continues. And I've read 4 fantastic seasons, and it gets better and better and better, and that's quite unusual.
Okay, Graham, my next question is for you. One of the things people love so much about this show is that you're kind of trusting the viewer to put the pieces together. So I want to know, how do you find the balance between giving them enough information and keeping them guessing?
You know, part of it is we agreed. Jamie Ehrlich, one of the head guys at Apple, he and his buddy Zach do the whole thing. We agreed early on 4 seasons would be what the show would support. So we knew that we had to be answering stuff and then raising new questions. So in the first season, how did George die? What's going on? What are this all? And then Julia goes outside and sees there's 50 other silos. Okay, we got a new mystery. And so we try to keep doing that season by season. And it's, listen, a mystery is a good engine for a television show. The problem can be if you overstay your welcome, and I think 4 seasons is just about right.
I like that. That's smart. So pinging off of that, I got to know, do y'all listen to fan theories at all?
Sometimes hear about them, but I did an interview with, who was it I was with? Rashid? No, someone.
Oh, I think it was Rashid.
Was it? And then the journalist was giving us the fan theories, and it was quite hard to not break when they were quite close.
Right.
It's fun.
It's
It's
great.
great.
It's great to think about. People are so smart too when they think about it. They know, but not quite.
No, but they'll go off on. I'll tell you what. They're asking a lot of the same questions that we were asking, right? At the beginning, it's like, when I was reading the books, it's like, well, is this taking place on Mars? Is it secretly in the past? Is it, you know? And so it was.
Yeah, it's
was
great.
fun.
And now people are watching going, what do you mean lost her memory? Like, what?
Well, how did that happen?
Well, that's easy.
All right, before I let y'all go, I have to get in one more question. Rebecca, your character always seems to be questioning the world around her, which a lot of us can connect with that. Do you think that's why fans connect so deeply with her?
I don't know. And I think the thing she keeps questioning is she wants to figure out the truth, right? And throughout these seasons, so many obstacles has stopped her from getting to the truth. It's a simple question. What happened? Why are we here? And what's outside, right? And she does it in a rebellious way. That's in her DNA, that she questions the status quo. Something's not always right. And she doesn't do it socially adeptly. And I think that's an awkward thing to watch. And I think that could be quite intriguing because in normal life, I think a lot of us kind of just follow the waves of the path that's been laid by us.
Right. Well, thank you both so much for joining us
Thank
today.
you.
We love the show, and we are so excited to see how it ends.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
There's a new world coming, and it's just around the bend.
You can catch new episodes of Silo Season 3 dropping every Friday on Apple TV. Man, Apple TV is rocking out. Well, cheers to the start of a new week. Tim, the lead bartender at the Grandview, is here to teach us how to make a Lavender Daiquiri. Ooh, that is next. All right, after that stretch of heat, whoo, I think we all deserve a little treat. Nice rhyming there. We have Tim Smith, the lead bartender at the Grandview. He is here to help with that. Welcome, Tim.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Okay, before we get to know what you brought in and about Grandview, what did you bring in today for us?
Today I brought in a Lavender Daiquiri, one of our signature cocktails from our cocktail list. It's a great summer cocktail to beat the heat and also add a little floral note to your life.
Yeah, a little floral, a little botanical, and the bouginess, which is I really like. Tell us a little bit more about Grandview as well.
Right on. The Grandview is a local neighborhood bar and grill, kind of a staple in Old Town Arvada. It's
I
the
love Old
building
Town.
has been there since 1898. So we're happy to be in this space with such rich history.
Yeah, I was going to say what legacy that is. That's incredible. The restaurant was recently, purchased by Chef Jeremy Walgamont. Is that true? So why is that so significant? Talk to me.
Jeremy actually grew up in Colorado, and then his family moved to Louisiana about 30 years ago. So bringing himself and his family back with his Southern cooking from New Orleans, it's just that, he's always wanted to be back in Colorado.
Yeah.
So now that he's here, he's very excited to bring some Southern food to the community.
Unbelievable. And I'm going to say it. It's Nolans. Nolans. Please write in if you don't like that, because I'll get a lot of
Sure is.
Yes, emails. Okay, we are very west for Southern food. Why do you think Coloradans are responding so much to this type of food?
I think Coloradans need a lot of variety, and it's something that we don't have a lot of in the Colorado area is Southern food. There's not a lot of restaurants that serve a traditional style Southern food that's not, fried and overly greasy. So we're trying to bring something that's a little bit different and non-specific to one region, just kind of an all-encompassing Southern menu that you can get pretty much anywhere in the South.
Nice, and it's elevated. I mean,
elevated.
That's the best part, which I can't wait to try. All right, we've kept everyone waiting long enough. Tell us how to make a Lavender Daiquiri.
Absolutely. A Lavender Daiquiri is, at its core, just a daiquiri. Daiquiris are a very simple cocktail, just 3 ingredients, lime juice, sugar, and rum.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That's it?
Just 3 ingredients.
Oh my God.
We've elevated our sugar with a little bit of lavender to make it pop with a little floral and a little relaxing lavender to make it really nice and crisp for your tongue.
So you're chill too.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Fun fact about the daiquiri, it was created in Cuba by an American iron engineer in 1898, the same year the building was built. So that's also a fun fact.
It's a little kismet.
Yeah. So we're going to start with the rum.
Okay.
Just going to add a little rum to the cocktail shaker.
But where'd the rum go?
Why is the rum gone?
Yeah. Why is the rum gone? That's better. Little Pirates of the Caribbean there for you. And lavender is such a great plant in the summer. I used to grow lavender too.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So we got some lime juice going in, about an ounce of lime juice.
Got it.
And some lavender simple syrup.
So that's just lavender with sugar, am I right?
We brewed the lavender petals and made a lavender tea.
Amazing.
And then added sugar to equal parts, so it's a 1-to-1 ratio.
Okay.
And then we just shake things up. All right.
All right. So nice, good shake.
Yeah, good shake to chill it all out.
Got it.
Incorporate the citrus and the syrup together with the rum. We're gonna double strain it so we don't get any ice chips floating around in there.
Look at that color. That's stunning. That's such an elevated drink right there.
And last but not least, we just add one little thinly sliced lime wheel to make it absolutely delicious.
Okay, you ready? I'm so excited. Cheers, everybody. Cheers to my viewers. Cheers to Tim and Grandview. Oh my word. How balanced is that?
It's very nice. It's
smooth.
A little boozy, but the citrus and the sugar just balance everything out.
It's tart but calm at the same time. That is very interesting. I've never had a drink like that.
Well, thank you.
Please leave it.
Okay.
Another end of summer tradition is Palisade Peaches. Y'all have a special twist on a classic dessert. Can you tell us about this and everything about it, because it sounds delicious?
Yeah, we have a wonderful peach cobbler. We use local peaches right now, but as soon as we can get some Palisade peaches, we're gonna throw those in there instead. It's made to order, so it does take a few minutes to try to order it before you're ready for dessert.
Okay, like a souffle.
Yeah,
okay.
The peaches are chopped fresh when you order it. It's tossed into that skillet with a little bit of butter, and then we pour over a cornbread batter instead of a traditional like cobbler batter.
Yes.
So it has a little sweet and a little savory at the same time.
Cornbread, that's perfect.
It's wonderful.
Gosh.
Very Southern.
I was gonna just eat that. Okay, other must-have dishes that you love on the menu.
Oh, yes. We have lots. I would say try everything. But if you have to try one, the gumbo is award-winning. Chef Jeremy had it on his menus at 2 different restaurants in New Orleans, and it won Best of New Orleans awards for the gumbo. And it's served Appaloosa style with the potato salad, which is chilled in the hot gumbo. So you get a little flavor exchange as well as temperature and textures.
Yeah.
It goes together really well. But the new star that we just put out about a month ago is the braised pork shoulder. It is first cured with coffee and bourbon and then braised for several hours before it's grilled and smothered with a sorghum molasses glaze. And it's served over a chilled summer succotash. And it's absolutely wonderful.
I mean, this is incredible. The food sounds so inventive, innovative, and the drinks I will have many of.
Yes.
And that peach cobbler. So enjoy these last few weeks of summer by going Southern. You can visit Tim and try out his refreshing cocktails while dining on authentic, elevated Southern dishes at the Grandview in Old Town Arvada. We see the full menu now at thegrandviewtavern.com. And as always, please drink responsibly. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you, George.
You'll leave this, yes? Like you said? Okay. Next, how STEM education is changing the world one engineer at a time. This is a fantastic idea. Stay with us. Coco will be right back. Doctors Without Borders is an organization most of us know about, but I want you to listen up because this organization is Engineers Without Borders, and they are doing amazing work all over the globe, helping build infrastructure which can better communities, and you can help them right here in Colorado. So excited about this. With me from the Denver Professional Chapter of Engineers Without Borders, USA, we have Carl Reinig. Thank you, I want to get that right. So I'm, again, really thrilled. I nerd out about engineering and STEM. I can't do any of it. But because it's so vital for the communities you work in, share what you guys do, tell us everything.
Sure. So Engineers Without Borders USA actually started just up the road in Boulder.
Oh, no way.
A professor there, Bernard Amadei, he was doing civil engineering teaching there and also doing international projects. And he thought, if the students could just do what I'm doing right now, before they got out of school, they'd be so much farther along, and they'd be making a significant positive impact.
That's what's so huge.
Yeah, so he started the organization and moved down the road 20 plus years. There are a couple of hundred of these chapters out there in the U.S.
Wow.
There's 2/3 of them are student chapters.
Amazing.
And 1/3 of them are what we call the professional chapter. That's why our chapter is called Denver Professional, because we're working stiffs and retired people who are doing it instead. And quite a number of people in our group came from the school in the first place, because that's where they learned about it. That's right. And so what we do is places tell us what their needs are, and we go after the very basic infrastructure that they kind of need. It's water.
I was going to say water, sanitation.
Yeah, sanitation. When you fix those problems, your whole life changes, and your whole concerns for the day and your health changes.
I was just going to say, just having access to fresh water and not walking miles there and back to get it, huge change for the community. Huge. And sanitation, stopping the diseases as well. What does it take to be an engineer on the team? Like, how good do you have to be?
So it's a funny thing about the teams. There's one of the engineers, one of the team has to be what we call the responsible engineer in charge.
Okay.
And they need to be a professional engineer, certifications, all the stuff, because we go to the same standards wherever we go that we would have here in the US.
Okay.
The other big person on the team is the project lead. And that person could be of any background.
Oh, I see.
They need to be a project. They need to know how to get people to get things done, how to lead.
Delegate and all that, yeah.
On the Guatemala one, I'm on the Guatemala team.
Nice.
So our project lead there is a woman who recently graduated from Purdue, and she was in Engineers Without Borders there. Ordinarily, it would be a bit overwhelming to be a project lead off the bat, but she had done 2 different projects there. So she came out with all this experience. She knows how to lead these things, and it's just been fantastic. The other members, I think they're all engineers, but they're chemical engineers. I'm an electrical mechanical engineer, so I used to make robotic things and stuff like that.
So you're smarter than all of us.
It doesn't work that way. and as soon as you're done with this, you'll have
I'll be just as smart. This is what I'm excited for.
And so you could literally, if you can write grants, if you can lead people, if you have a passion and want to help out in the world, there's a spot for you.
That's
in our
amazing.
organization.
What a way to help out. Now, to keep this tremendous work in the world, we need to help raise some funds, and you're doing it in such a fun way. It's the Build Without Borders Summer Music Festival. What a good idea. Talk to me about that.
Well, what we've got is, this is our first public-facing thing. Nice. We generally are raising it with family and friends and stuff like that. But what we said is, I think if the public understood this, they'd get involved as well. So we're going to be at number 38, and there's going to be a main stage, and the main stage will start off with Western swing music from Zizania, and the Western swing dancers from Swing in Denver will be there, and they'll be encouraging people to come out and do Western swing as well. That's followed by a half hour of the Parks and Recreation, Denver's Parks and Recreation, supplying Zumba instructors. So we'll be doing a half hour Zumba. I hope everybody gets out there and, does their single, double kind of stuff, and we'll have some fun. And
unbelievable.
Then it goes more musical after that. It's live music. We have Patty Panetta, who's an excellent marimba player, and she will be playing on either side of the Guatemala segment. So it all fits very nicely in. And she's going to play with our EWB band as well. So after that, it'll be EWB music. There'll be a few 3-minute presentations on each of our projects. We have projects in Tanzania, Ecuador, Guatemala, and we even have one here in Colorado.
Wow.
And so that'll all be interspersed. While that's happening, we have tables set up, and they'll have things like this.
That's amazing.
Games for people to play, engineering to learn about microprocessors, things like that.
Amazing. And it's like $1,000 a ticket, or how much is it?
That would be good.
Right?
And if you wanted to buy one, we'd be done right now.
That's great.
But no, it's absolutely free.
Free!
Yeah, right.
Amazing.
And, so there's going to be people playing volleyball already. It's going to be quite a group of people. And we hope they'll see what we're doing and get involved.
Get involved. So let's get involved with this.
Sure.
What is this?
So this is a robot. You can go to the web and find designs for these made out of cardboard and things. It's all about making it super cheap and simple. These are actually paint stirrer sticks.
Oh, wow, that's easy.
Besides that, on the syringes, it doesn't take much to make this.
It's cheap.
So it works very much like we do. When we flex, what we're doing is we've got something going across a joint, and it pulls, and that's what happens.
Okay.
What's different here is that if I want to go the other way, I got to have another muscle go over here, because our muscles, as you know, only pull. Well, syringes can push and pull. So I can pull.
Is that just water in there?
It's just water.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. And each one of these is labeled so people can say, oh, if I pull that, I'm going to be going across this joint, and that's what's going to happen.
Amazing. Okay, we have 30 seconds left. Tell me how to do this.
Grab that.
Okay.
So notice that when you push, it goes up a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, when I do it?
You push, yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. And now if I push while you do that, it comes in. If you pull, go ahead and pull, and I pull at the same time.
No way.
We go out together. So push it in now.
Okay.
And what you have here is the control of the end effector.
Okay.
So if you push that, you'll see that it opens a little bit. And if you pull them, they close.
Oh my gosh.
So let's go grab that ball right there.
Okay.
So you're gonna.
Oh, go down.
Well, it's a little bit of.
Wait.
We have to work together. You're very fast.
I know.
Go ahead and open the end effector. So pull that back.
Okay.
Or push it so it opens up.
Okay.
Okay, good. And then I'm gonna lift this up a little bit. It's all right. And then you can, let's see, if this is right over here, then as you push,
Yeah.
and I push, we got to keep it up high. You go ahead and push a little bit.
The blue?
Yeah. And
Okay.
I'll move this for the moment. This is part of the rest of the puzzle that they have to solve. And let's go back and get that. So you're pushing.
Yeah.
Keep pushing the blue one.
Yep.
Yeah. And as you keep pushing, we're slowly working our way back to it. There we go. Whoa. And now, when you pull, there you go.
Oh
You've grabbed it. And now when you push, it's going to go up.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm going to make it go up a little bit too. And then I'll push this and we'll swing over to
This
it.
is
We
insane.
we have to get up past that. I made a mistake there. There we go. And then we'll swing over.
Oh my gosh.
And now both of us pushing, we'll bring it down a little bit. And now you open it up by pushing. You did it. You're a robot operator.
Unbelievable. Do you want to show a little swing dancing?
Let's do it.
Okay, you ready?
I hope you'll be there.
Okay,
Yes.
this is
all right.
it.
And we go.
This.
And there we go.
A little dip.
All right.
Amazing. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
This is amazing. That was like some of the best fun I've had. Everybody attend the Build Without Borders STEM and Music Festival. It's on July 22nd from 5 to 9 p.m. at number 38 in Denver, which was just rated like one of the best bars in all of the world, by the way. Admission, as he said, is free. Donations, of course, are welcome. Scan that QR code to get more information. And if you have girls or women in your lives, we want to introduce them more to STEM as well. Learn about Engineers Without Borders by visiting ewbdenver.org. What a cool thing we did.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I'm so into this, nerding out. Now, the healing properties of plants and a tea recipe that may become a big part of your self-care routine, that's coming up next. Just wanted to give a shout out to you guys, the viewers. You are all the best of the best. We thank you so much for watching. But are any of you viewers plant lovers? The beautiful, healthful, and magical properties of plants can be mixed into your summer in so many ways. So for inspiration, we have author Susan Ottaviano. Take a look.
Susan, I just have to tell you, this is my first summer gardening, and I am absolutely killing it. So I'm super excited to be talking to you.
That's so great.
You say that plants, flowers, and herbs, they can do more than just look good in the garden, though. Tell me all about that.
Absolutely. Well, first I want to ask you, how's it making you feel to do the gardening?
Absolutely incredible. And to know that I'm like providing myself and my fiance with food from the garden is just like the coolest feeling ever.
Totally. And that's exactly what our book is about. It's about healing with plants, but it's also about mindfulness and making yourself feel good with taking care of yourself, taking care of nature, making delicious food for your people that you love, coming up with rituals that ground you and center you. So I think you could do it. We can save the world with plants. How about that?
Ooh, I like that. Okay, I love hosting happy hour, especially with my girlfriends. So what's something I can do to kind of elevate that experience?
Okay, well, you can start with this. This is our strawberry cello. And it's strawberries that are marinated in vodka for a couple of weeks. And then you strain them and you add a simple syrup. And it is a delicious little aperitif. Everybody loves this. And it's definitely either a party starter or a party ender. I would definitely try that.
Amazing. Okay, do you have a recipe for how I can make that, or can I buy that on your website?
It is in the book. All the recipes that I have here today are all in the book.
Let's talk more about your book, Susan. Plants That Heal, Plant-Based Wisdom for Body, Mind, and Soul. Talk to me a little bit more about that plant wisdom.
Well, we started out just sort of writing a book about, I'm the illustrator, about flowers and how beautiful they are and how they can enhance your life. And all of a sudden we got caught up with mindfulness and mythology and all the different ways that plants can affect your world. So we divided our book into 8 chapters: heal your life, heal your skin, heal your body, heal your home. These are our teacup candles. They're little candles made in vintage recycled teacups, and they have some amber crystals in here to ground and get the bad juju away and bring in a good energy.
Oh, That's beautiful, Susan. Okay, if you had to give one nugget of plant wisdom to our viewers, what would it be?
Don't be afraid of herbs. Don't be afraid to try things. Don't be afraid to add fresh vegetables and fresh herbs to a dish and see if you like it. Even though it's like, oh, you know, this calls for basil and I just have mint. Make a mint pesto. Don't be afraid to experiment.
Ooh, that sounds incredible. And just like you said, like starting the garden, I thought it was gonna be super overwhelming and too much and I wouldn't be able to handle it. And it's actually doing the opposite and making me feel super grounded and calm. So there's something to that, Susan. So just for myself personally, I have to ask, I love tea, but I'd like to kind of mix it up a bit. Do you have any ideas for me?
Well, we have so many teas in the book, and this is our home sweet home tea. This is our special lavender tea for when you want to come home and create a little ritual for yourself where you can relax, pour yourself a cup of tea, get a great book, and it has lavender, lemon balm, thyme, and peppermint in it, and it's delicious. And we have a whole bunch of teas. We have a full moon tea. We have teas for your health, for your throat, if you have a scratchy throat, with ginger, a few things like that. But again, just experiment with, take our recipes, give them a try. And if you have something else in your garden, put it in the tea, put it in your little tea strainer and try it out and see what it tastes like.
I love these ideas, Susan. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm gonna pick up your book soon so I can start making that, and I'll send you what I make.
Thank you so much. Here it is, Plants That Heal, Plant-Based Wisdom for Body, Mind, and Soul.
The benefits of plants are awaiting you in the new book by Susan Ottaviano and Chris Young, Plants That Heal. Get it now wherever you buy books.
The following interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.
Caring for our loved ones is of utmost importance, and that's why we want you to have a plan for final arrangements. Shannon Martin with Olinger Mortuaries and Cemeteries stopped by with some options. So, Shannon, before we get into the options, because there's a lot, tell us a little bit more about Olinger Mortuaries and Cemeteries.
Yeah, Olinger has been around for generations serving families. We have locations across the Denver metro area, including Boulder and Castle Rock.
Oh, wow.
And what really defines us is our people. They have decades of generations helping families during some of the most difficult moments of life. Yeah. And they do it all with this goal of trying to create a meaningful tribute. And that could be a celebration of life or even just simple remembrances.
Yeah. My mom passed, and I was just thinking how important that moment was with the funeral director and how it could have gone such a terrible way. And I was so lucky to have someone like you guys. Now, there are a lot of ways to honor loved ones, but you found research is showing a lot more cremation. Can you share more about that? That's interesting.
Yeah, people are choosing cremation more and more. And in that, they're looking for now a place of return, a place to come back to remember, reflect, and that could be something like a cremation garden. Cremation gardens have beautiful memorial benches, memorial pedestals.
Beautiful.
And there's a misconception out there that memorial parks aren't for people who choose cremation. And
right, I only think burial, to be honest, yeah.
So that's simply not true. There's just so many options available for families choosing cremation within a memorial park.
Because there's something about visiting a spot, to have that spot there, that's very special. I think that's wonderful. Say you feel this is right for the person you're honoring. What other options do you have for them?
Oh, yeah. One of them that people really tend to like is a glass front niche. And that's really interesting because you can place an urn inside of it, as well as photos and mementos.
Oh, wow.
So that's really nice to come back to and touch and see. There's also columbariums, so those are above ground memorials.
Oh, wow.
And so again, just physical touch points for people.
Yeah, and whatever they want, you have the option there. Do you offer traditional settings, more traditional settings as well?
Yes, we do. A lawn garden would be a great example of that. And that's really nice because people who made different decisions can still be together. So for example, if somebody chose burial and the other person chose cremation, they can still be together there.
Oh, wow. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, it's a nice option. And then we also have mausoleums. And then for families that want to be all together in one place, we offer private family estates.
Oh, wow. That's also very special. A lot of people have wishes beyond a final resting place. How can you help with that?
Yeah, so when people want to take their loved one's ashes home, that would be another option. But what's nice is that families don't always know that you can share ashes, share them between more than one person, more than one place.
Wow.
So ashes could go to a cemetery, a memorial park, and then more could go into a keepsake urn and be taken home or placed in memorial jewelry.
I was thinking, I just saw the jewelry. I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, they have so many beautiful options.
I know, and then it's always so close to you, which is really nice.
And you don't have to just make one decision.
Right, right. And then the options are out for you. And then everybody in the family can feel like they have something of that person. I know some people want to make their own plan. Like they're like, I want this, this, and this. What advice do you have for them now?
Yeah, well, I know that making that decision to go ahead and do that planning can seem overwhelming.
And like terrifying.
Right.
Yeah.
And so what we've done to help with that is we've created a guide to cremation remembrance. And that'll really allow people to go through what the options are, make some choices, and then we'll be there to help them support those decisions every step of the way.
That's amazing. And it's good to sometimes plan ahead so you feel you have control over that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Shannon. Really wonderful people doing wonderful work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. You can request a free guide to cremation remembrance. Just log on to olingercemeteries.com. They sponsored today's segment. Well, it's Monday, it's hot, the kids are out of school, all those little things can add up. So next on Taking Inventory, some yoga practices and breathing exercises you can do to keep you balanced this week. All right, since it's National Stress Awareness Month, this month's Taking Inventory is about how we move stress throughout the body and how to release that stress. So I was selfish and I asked my own yoga instructor at Canopy Yoga. I have Emily here, we have Kelsey here to do a modified version of how we can do some easy, accessible moves to get that stress out of your body, because sometimes you're so hyped up, that's the best way to do it. So Em, talk to me about some moves that we can do to get rid of that stress, de-stress.
Sure, Tori, I'd love to help out. Well, yoga is a wonderful tool for helping reduce stress, calm the nervous system. So I just love it as a daily practice, or you can incorporate it when you have time to really help us bring that stress level down.
It's really helped me.
Great.
Every time I walk in, she's like, you're looking better.
Yeah, you're looking great. That's helped me too, honestly. And I think that's what draws a lot of people to yoga, is just helping to manage that stress and anxiety.
Yes, and regulate.
Yeah.
Yes.
In our day-to-day life.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, a wonderful way to start is just with the breath, which is a very, very useful tool throughout yoga as well as throughout our stress management practice. So to begin with.
And do this along with us, guys, if you're watching.
Yes. You can join from a seat on the ground like we are, on a mat, or you can sit on a chair like Kelsey here. You can even do this in your car, your office, wherever you happen to be.
When your boss is annoying, you get him to.
So we'll just start by taking a seat, finding a long, straight spine, and we'll just start with some very simple breath exercises. So we'll inhale and exhale through the nose to begin with. So you can close down through the eyes, maybe find a gentle gaze, and we'll just begin to inhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then exhale through the nose for another 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do that again, inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely.
It's better than my panting. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's good.
Well, we'll incorporate that throughout our poses today, because the breath is really the most important tool that we have in our yoga practice to help us reduce stress.
Yeah, and it can help anchor you, I think. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. So to begin with, we'll just start with some nice gentle neck rotations. Again, this can be done from seated, a chair, anywhere you happen to be. I love to practice this in the morning, as it helps to reduce stress that we may be holding in our jaw, our neck, our upper back. We tend to hold a lot of tension there. So
yeah, right in the neck area.
Exactly. Yeah, a lot of people hold their stress and tension there. So we'll just begin by inhaling, gently looking over the left shoulder, stretching out the back side of the right neck. And then exhale, gently looking over the right shoulder, stretching out that back side of your left neck. Inhale over the left. And then option now to drop your chest towards your chin, and then drawing it up to your right shoulder. And then the chin makes a gentle circle around the ceiling, back to your left shoulder. Nice. And you can just continue to move through these neck rotations, continuing our long, deep, calming breath. And it's nice to take a moment now to maybe notice if you're clenching through the jaw and just releasing the teeth, maybe drawing and dropping the tongue to the base of the mouth.
I really learned, like, I'm a clencher.
I am too.
Yeah.
It's often one of those things you don't notice until you pay attention to it. We'll just move those circles in the other direction, just evening out. That's always very important in our yoga practice as well. Yeah, clenching the teeth is very common, and it's an area we tend to clench when we're holding a lot of stress or tension within the body.
It can cause a lot of headaches and stuff like that. And guys, this is stuff you can do when you've been reacted, or to just prevent, like Emily said, in the morning, to get you in a good headspace.
Totally. And you can just take a few minutes, any minute here or there is a yoga practice.
Yes.
You don't have to do a full class. And so just finding our neutral spine again. And now we'll move into some seated cat-cow. So again, a wonderful pose you can do anywhere from a seated position on the floor or in a chair like Kelsey. So to begin, just placing the hands either on the thighs, the shins, or on the knees if you're on the chair. Long, straight spine again, always very important. And on an inhale, finding a cow pose, so gently drawing your chest between your shoulder blades, gaze is forward. And then exhale, cow, gentle rounding of the spine, gaze is down, drawing that belly button to your spine.
Moo.
That
Wait, is this
feels
cat?
really good. This is cat. Inhale, cow, drawing your chest between your shoulder blades. Nice. And exhale, cow. This is a wonderful pose. This flexion and extension of the spine really helps with spinal mobility as well as increasing breath capacity. And just again, reducing any stress, tension we're holding in the back.
And again, I always think when you teach me this, the heart opening up, there's a psychological effect of that.
Yeah, being vulnerable, opening up is so important as well.
Nice.
One more cat. And then finding a neutral spine. Lovely. And our last pose we'll take is a nice seated twist. So inhale, both arms rise. And then exhale, left fingertips forward, right fingertips back, finding extension of the spine, and then twisting open towards the left side. Nice. This is a wonderful pose for helping with digestion, which can also be impacted by stress.
Let's be real.
Inhale, both arms rise.
And then let me ask you something.
Exhale, twist to the other side.
As we're twisting, which has been so good for me, let's say someone's just like a little intimidated and they don't know. I go to Canopy Yoga and I feel 10 times better. What do we do if you're never done it before?
Yeah, so if you've never done yoga before, we're a very inclusive yoga studio. So if you're unsure where to start, we love to have beginners at our studio. We know everyone was a beginner once. So, everyone is learning. It's always a new experience for someone. We offer classes with lots of different options. We have slow flow classes, which are great for beginners as well.
Yeah.
Prenatal even. Prenatal, we have Baby and Me. We have sound baths. So we just really like to be a really inclusive place for new students. And then also looking online, taking a short YouTube video for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, just Googling beginner yoga is a really good place to start too if you kind of want to get just familiar with a couple of the poses.
So for any of y'all out there feeling the stress, you want to get to a place in which you feel a lot more regulated and you're not your way through life. I want you to go to canopyyoga.com. Also, Emily's been so kind to give us a code, Colorado & Co. One word, and you get yourself a free class. And I might be there trying to breathe because of Emily and Kelsey. Thank you so much, you guys, and namaste. Namaste.
Thank you,
watching
Tori.
Colorado & Company. Thanks for your company, Colorado. Portions of today's program were sponsored by the businesses listed on your screen. The oldest remaining structure in Denver's iconic Union Station neighborhood is going strong as a restaurant. And tomorrow, Kelly takes us inside Woody Fisher for a history lesson and a taste test. As always, be good to yourself, be good to others, and we will see you next time. You ready? Let's all do it together. Bye. Bye, guys.